sleep.
And listen, we should have done a lot of things at the beginning of the show that we couldn't do because we had so many problems.
Anyway, and I'm going to let you go.
Yeah, because we really, no, we're not throwing you off. Don't get us wrong. But, you know, we really appreciate, No, we really appreciate you guys calling and everything. And I know that with the time difference, you know, you're first getting home when we're going on the air and everything, and you don't even have a chance to change your clothes and maybe have a little bite to eat. So we always appreciate the two of you when you call, you know, and like you say, usually you've managed to bring other people with you, but I guess it just wasn't to be tonight.
Was it 9 o'clock by you, 9:12? 2 hours difference?
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah, I think it's a topic. I have a feeling Monday's topic might be pretty lively.
Monday?
Yeah, well, we
Yeah,
enjoy
when you do the pre-elections.
Pre-elections, huh? Well, let me tell you, it's still anybody's ball game. You know, I just wish the elections were over because I'm really tired of getting all these robocalls from everybody. You know, and then, who's it, John? You know what it is?
The other thing I'm tired of is we have the candidate will get on TV and they'll say blah, 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 blah about the other candidate, and then the other candidate will get on TV and no one's to know they're sharing the same script. You know? I mean, he will rotate on all the things that the other candidate said about him. And it's like, really, guys, come on. It's just old now. It's just old.
Well, let's see if Felix's prediction, which generally comes true, is correct, and that is 90% of Congress will be sent back, voted on by 10% of the 15% of the people. Because as of now, according to Nate Silver on his 538 site, he said that right now they're figuring on 15% of the people actually turning out to vote. You know, which is really a travesty. It's really a travesty.
You know what the Republicans, you're gonna like this one here, and I know this is off topic, but I got a card in the mail from the Republicans that says, you haven't mailed in your ballot yet, and you haven't registered to vote yet. Voting is public record, and if you don't vote, all your neighbors are going to know about it. And I'm like, are you threatening me to vote? Seriously?
They can't. Number one, they can't do that, and number two, I would call them up and say, just for that, I'm voting Democrat. You know.
So now when they call and they start asking questions and you know it's a Republican, I'm like, yeah. But it's the point that, that's exactly what it was. It was a very, very undermining way of almost trying to intimidate me into voting.
Well, don't forget, in Kentucky, Allison Lundgren, what's her face, Grimes, when they asked her if she voted for Obama in 2008 and 2012, she made it a point of saying that we still have, the elections are, you have the right to vote. You don't have to tell people who you voted for. It's your constitutional right. You don't have to tell people who yeah.
I got this card in the mail and I was furious. And I'm like, part of me was going to pick up the phone and just read the Republican cities and throw away. But, it's just, I couldn't believe that they actually had the gall, and I wonder how many people actually do get intimidated by that kind of propaganda.
Hopefully it's the Democrats that get intimidated and they go vote.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's usually, in midterm elections, Democratic turnouts are generally very low as compared to Republicans. For some reason, Republican turnouts are always, better. Not great, but better than Democratic turnout.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
The Republicans do vote more than Democrats. And most of the Hispanic and black Democrats only vote for
No. And I used to tell my students, I said, the sad thing is that state legislatures, state senators, people that we send, since you lived in New York, you remember that we would send to Albany, okay? They have more of a say in making policy for actual New York State residents, than congressmen or senators do, because, in the Senate, you're one of 100, okay? And as far as Republicans go, Republicans always vote in block form. Very rarely do you find a Republican who's going to, go off the tribe and vote opposite of what the party is espousing. But Democrats always vote their conscience. And that's why, if you're a Democrat, you may not agree with the party line, and especially for your constituents, you'll vote what your constituents want as opposed to what the party tells you or suggests that you support.
Yeah. I'm not, I vote all the time, of course, with you, but to receive that in the mail, it was an intimidation tactic, and I was furious.
I would write a letter to the editor of your local paper and say, and call it just that. It is intimidation. It's a threat.
How many people got that in the mail? I would love to know.
That's a good way to start it. How many people got something like this in the mail and they don't, do they have a right to do that? And the answer is no, they don't. And they're banking on the fact that most people don't know that they don't have the right to do that, so they're going to be intimidated,
Yeah. Yeah, as you said, just understand it's public record, and your neighbors are going to know that you didn't vote. I'm like, wow! But, I guess it's part of the old wild, wild west that's still here.
You know what I would have told the guy? If the guy called up and said something like that, I would have said something like, yes, and do your neighbors know that you dress up in your wife's clothing, when you're at home? Something like that, Anyway, Ann, thank you so much for calling, and get better, because I can tell you...
She's fine. Just her cold is over.
No, but she sounds like she's stuffy, and, hey, listen, she can say she's fine, but she sounds like she still has the lingering of, hey, listen, you know what happens? If you rush, this always used to happen to me. Teachers are notorious for this. You take off a day or two, you think you're better, so you rush back to go to work, and the first thing they hit you with is to cover another teacher's class because, somebody was covering your class while you were sick. So you get an extra teaching period that day, and then they expect you to do whatever, above and beyond you have to do. And you wind up, and then you know that your room probably was trashed by the substitute who was in there, because the kids never behaved. So the bottom line is, then you wind up working yourself up into a frenzy, and you wind up getting sick all over again. So don't rush back.
Yeah.
I would tell that to my sister.
I think she's tired of you preaching.
Okay. All right. Good night.
We'll talk to you. Thanks again for calling. Appreciate the call.
That's it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to close with, you didn't find it, did you?
No, we'll close with old time religion.
Okay. We have a good weekend. We will see you Monday for our usual political agenda, whatever that is. And maybe we'll be able to start on time, and if we don't, I think we should go right into the telephone, and not even play around. What do you think, Felix? I mean,
If somebody's willing to call us, we're willing to start right off. Anyway, here we go now. A little bit of old time religion, and so we will sign off. So thank you for listening, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night, enjoy your weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.
Bye-bye. right. Let's see what happens now. Yeah, the other one is erased, correct?
No, nothing's erased.
The first one?
I don't know what's... Did you erase anything? I don't know.
But they...
I have no idea. It's the whole thing.
How much time do we have left now on that?
23 minutes.
You know something?
I'll show you.
Hour and 40 minutes.
7 more minutes.
Oh, yeah, because...
We didn't start.
Yeah, we were disconnected for a while, trying to reconnect. That's all right. 71 minutes is fine. Now, is there dead space in between? That's the problem.
Well, we have to see
Well,
which...
that we have to. Then we got to edit that if it is.
I have
you
no
know.
idea what it is.
We'll find out.
The only problem with this song, it's a long song. But I found a great site to show it to you.
List.
You never did the Lord's Prayer.
We never did it, did we?
No, you want to do it after the end? Just one thing you forgot, the Lord's Prayer.
I did mention it in the promo.
Okay. Download. Religious. Music for free. Because I don't remember the website, so I'll Google it. There you go. Free music. 2,300 free Christian songs. And you can,
Music jukebox for older time or for religious music? Yeah, well, I guess so. Hallelujah! Hey, there's that kid. I bet you that's him. Classic rock. Now, is that classic rock, or is that?
it's classic religious rock. I'll tell you, there's so many songs. Yeah. It's not all, it's all different.
Yeah, but it's all Christian. That's the problem.
No, you don't have to download, you look for free Jewish music.
No, they do. Klezmer, I guess klezmer music, right?
It says $10 a song.
You're shitting me. Man, oh man. That's why people hate us, you know? They charge you for it.
Download Jewish music for free. You get nothing comes up.
Jewish music downloads.
Unless the last step
Cantorial free songs. I bet you that's nice.
Let's go see this. Let's see how many of them, 2 or 3 that you think they're going to play.